You are now listening to the sounds of Milkcrates Microphones.
I mean, there's been inner whispers of, was Myka 9 as dope as Microphone Mike? You know, the old school cats, they laugh about that. Microphone Mike was mighty. He was the kamikaze tomahawk, like Clint Eastwood, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, fucking Clint Eastwood, man, ready for the lyrical shootout, man. He was with all that. Because that was before I knew about song structure, and I wasn't applying my singing qualities nothing to whatever little primal demos I did to a certain degree, but I was with that b-boy battling back then, man. That shit was heavy, man. It was like about that. It was about trying to get on stage and record, you know, but on stage, like, you're shy, you're young, you're still kind of scared. You want to do it, but you're scared. It was wild, man. And, you know, this Microphone Mike was the dude that was the rhinosaur comparative to a dinosaur. That was, man, just salute that cat. Salute young me at that time, man. God is greatest, but salute that dude. That dude, wow, he was amazing.
Was Myka 9 always a name you had in your back pocket that you're like, when I get to a certain, style of my own, or when I get to a certain type of status, I'm going to turn into Myka 9 on these motherfuckers, and they're not going to know what hit them?
Well, not quite that way, but when I was young, even as Microphone Mike, I always had like an affinity with the number 9, but not just the multiplicative qualities, more like how it resembled the Nautilus shell. Ever since I was a kid, I used to like draw circles, like I was always intrigued by vortices and holes and spirals and things. That was always just something visually that I was into. And then not quite that I moved in, from the foster homes with my mom at 9, but that was another term. And just in general, though, but it kind of morphed because I had different names like a lot of MCs did. I was MMC, I was Microphone Mike, and then you might have heard me say Microphone Capone once or twice. You might have heard Michael Troy 9, mixed the government with it. And then Myka Hakim, that's Myka when I used to spell it M-I-K-A-H, and Hakim backwards is Myka. And then, different songs. But by the time the 90s hit, I switched it to, or late 80s, I switched it to Myka 9. And there are different spellings of Myka 9 for whatever reason. But the main spelling is M-Y-K-A-9. But when I was MMC, I was like, MMC is kind of generic. Microphone Mike, which was kind of generic too. At the time, though, it was fly. And it took on. I remember in high school, people were like, what's up, Microphone Mike? What's up, Microphone Mike? What's up, Microphone Mike? What's up, Microphone Mike? Because I played basketball too, right? And the different high schools I went to, they got in the 4A division. So we're going around all the different high schools. I'm battling every MC at every high school. And then when I'm hanging with the MC Aces, AC Alone, and Teaspoon, we're always going around to wherever the hip-hop gatherings or writers or wherever b-boying in general was. And plus I was going to New York back and forth since I was 15. So I was with that b-boy culture and dealing with, in LA, they're like, oh, you're trying to be New York. Like, no, it's a culture, we can wear this too. We can rock it like this too. But yeah, Microphone Mike, he was definitely an animal among high regard.